It's October and it's time to do the soap of the month, and this month we have a really special ingredient to make this October inspired soap. Hey friends, it's Barbara Sue at Kowalski Mountain and welcome back to the homestead. Now it is time to make the October soap of the month, and I have a very special ingredient here that you probably are already guessing. Now for the month of October we are going to make beer soap. Now I've already frozen the beer and I had to cook it to let the alcohol evaporate and also to let it go flat before I could use it. And I've done all of that and now we're ready to make the soap. Now believe it or not, there's only one more soap of the month after today. Now we're first going to measure out 262 grams of these beer ice cubes. Now for today I did 2 bottles of beer. I just need a little bit left. Let me get a knife. Now if you've never made soap before, cold processed soap uses lye or sodium hydroxide, and this is a dangerous chemical. But as long as you handle lye carefully, you shouldn't have any problems. Now you will notice I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt. I'm going to wear gloves, and I'm also going to wear goggles while I make soap to protect my skin. If you've never made cold processed soap before, you'll want to watch some safety videos and learn how to handle lye safely. I have some links in the description box to get you started. Now ever since I started milking the cows, my hands are not fitting in my gloves as well. And I've been told that my hands are going to become broader because I milk the cows. I'm going to say it's happening, even though I can't tell. All right, here we go. We're ready. Goggles on. Now we're going to go ahead and measure out the lye. Now I have on my scale. I'm going to tear that out. And I need 129.5 grams of lye. Now it's time to go ahead and mix the lye into the beer, and because beer has sugar in it, we've frozen it into ice cubes to help protect it from burning. Now as soon as we start adding this sodium hydroxide, you're going to start to see the chemical reaction because the beer cubes are going to start to melt. Wow, it's melting fast. Now because the beer is a darker color, we can't really see the lye in it to make sure that it is dissolving, but we want to make sure that we completely dissolve it so that it doesn't burn the skin of the person who receives the soap. Now we look for signs of lye. We look for it on the spatula, we look for it on the sides of the bowl, and then we mix it a little bit longer than we actually think we need to. Now I can see that lye right on the bottom, so we're going to keep on stirring. Now I have to confess, I made my first batch of soap this week that did not come out so good, and so I'm so nervous today. I don't actually know what happened to that soap because I didn't do anything that I thought would have caused a problem. So I just don't know. So let's go ahead and check the temperature. Oh, it's really low. Let's take it out. Now we don't want there to be more than about 10 to 15 degrees between the lye base and the oils. And I know they're hotter. They're at 106. And now that we have this, well, it was going up. I'm going to go ahead and put those oils on ice and help them come down. Now our oils are starting to come down. We're down to about 99. And let's see. If I can get it down around 73, I will be happy with that difference. So, got a ways to go. Now I took that out of the ice because I noticed that some of my solid oils are still solid. So I don't want the ice to unnaturally do that. I thought that since I can't get that oil temperature to go down, I thought I would try to raise the temperature of the beer by heating it up. So we're 71. We're perfect. We can do this. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to dump in our beer lye solution. And now here comes the magic of saponification. Now when the soap saponifies, that means that the lye solution and the oils combine together and create a new substance, which is soap. So we no longer have lye and oil in our bowl, we actually have a new chemical, which is soap. Now we are already at a light trace, which that did not take very long. Now here for my fragrance blend, I have a mix of cinnamon, cedarwood, and patchouli, which I'm not a big fan of patchouli. And I've mixed it in with some kale and clay. Now we need to go quickly here. Pour this into the mold. Now after months of soap making, I finally have come up with the right amount of oils to fill my mold perfectly. Now this is 940 grams of oils, which was the base of my recipe. Now we're going to go ahead and shape our soap. And I've come really fond of this shaping. Simple method. This looks perfect. It's boosting my soap making confidence. Now I'm going to put this in the cooler to let it go through gel phase, and we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to cut the soap. Well, I am so relieved that my beer soap looks perfect, at least from this view. Now, I know I said I don't like patchouli as a fragrance, but this soap smells pretty good. Now, this blend honestly is a little bit more masculine, but you know what? That's okay. I'm so impressed in how light this soap is. Even my goat's milk soaps that have no colorants don't come out this clear. Now, I did use a light beer. I'm not a beer connoisseur. I don't drink beer. But we had some tucked way back in the back of the pantry that someone left here, and that's what I used. This looks beautiful. I'm excited to cut it. So let's do that. Now this soap, this has tallow in it. Now, if you remember, I rendered my own deer tallow, and you can see that right up here. Now, I have not let this even cure 24 hours because tallow tends to be really hard. And I don't want my soap not to be cuttable. So this is just a little bit softer than I'm even used to cutting a soap. Now I'm just going to cut my end. Oh, shoot. Now, if this is too soft, I will stop. But we'll see. Here we go. We get a little bit of gel phase. I'm really happy with this. I think I could have let it sit a little bit longer. I'm being a little bit cautious because I don't want this tallow to get too hard. And I've read that tallow-based soaps can get really, really hard and make it really difficult to cut. So I don't want to wait till then. Now this only has about 20% tallow in it, so it's still a low amount. Now something else I'm doing, because I'm preparing to start selling a limited amount of soap, not much, but this cutter cuts it a little bit small, and I want my bars to consistently be 4 ounces. So I have measured out a length that is consistently giving me 4 ounces or just a little bit over to account for drying time. Not want to let go. Now over the next 4 to 6 weeks, this soap is going to cure and dry, and the saponification process is still continuing in this soap to where it's completely neutral and safe to use. Now this was actually a really surprising, fun project to do. I never really would have considered to make soap using beer, but I wanted to do something fun for the month of October, and it just really fit. So the one thing that I've really learned from the Soap of the Month Club is you can make soap out of so many interesting materials, and I've really enjoyed trying so many different things that I wouldn't have tried otherwise. Now, as always, friends, we really appreciate you watching, especially to the very end. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit that button. I'd love you to become a part of the Kowalski Mountain family. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.